What we got going on
today?
So he's an independent journalist. He has chosen not to give his name, but he's trying to do some recording or story or whatever. He looked up employees overload, trying to figure out if it's public or whatever, and if it's they receive any sort of government funding, then he believes he has the right to basically, would you say, record or to view the premises, basically? Is that?
I'm just looking at the public areas and accessible to the public. Simple as that.
Just stay in the parking lot?
Is it a state parking lot?
No, has he... Oh, come near me. Has he stayed in the parking lot?
Yeah.
I'm going to get your body cams anyhow, so I just want to hear what you're saying.
He has...
I'm not talking to you right now, sir.
No, but you're a public employee. I want to hear you're talking about this, so I want to hear it.
I'm not talking about you.
Talking about fishing?
Yes. So when he was by the trash can when I got him.
Oh, okay.
So
are you the... Come over here. Are you the worker?
No, I'm the right along with
You're the
officer.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, mine. Where's the business?
I think the employees overload.
Oh. Okay. Have you been inside the building?
Are you talking to me now?
Have you been inside the building?
Are you talking to me?
Have you been inside the
I'm not
building?
answering any more questions right now. I don't like the way you're handling yourself right now. You didn't introduce yourself properly.
I didn't know that I needed to introduce myself.
Well, you are a professional, and you are you are a professional officer in the line of your trade.
It's a question. Have you entered the building at
I'm
all?
not going to answer any questions right now. Am I being detained?
Not at all.
This guy was pretty professional. He's a little off on a few things,
Okay.
sir.
So here's the deal. You can stand in the parking lot all you want. You can do what you're doing. You're not breaking
You don't have
any.
to give me any kind of... I do this many times before.
Okay. Just don't go in the building.
So I can go into that corrections area. That's questionable. I'm going to do some research to find out if they get government funding. If they get government funding, I can come back there and do a FOIA request. If they are, they had a .com, so I'm kind of questioning it now. It's a little confusing because even your officer thought this whole building was...
I said when I started 18 years ago, yes, this whole building.
But it's
was
it's really confusing because if you look at the signs, it's all around the property.
Are you guys the ones that called?
Yeah.
Okay.
For that fellow down there. What's going on?
Does he come in the building at all?
He was in here. He
Okay.
came in here. I came back from lunch. I was in here at lunchtime. I had the door locked. So I locked for lunch. And then I noticed him walking in front of the door. And I thought, is he coming in here? And so I unlocked it. And then he came in. He just started taking pictures. And I was like, who are you with? And then he's like, I called. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to be here. And he's like, well, are you a public office? And I was like, you're not going to be taking pictures in here. He's like looking at me and taking pictures. And then I told him, I said, why don't you go over to the DOC and take pictures? And I don't remember what he said, something like he couldn't. And then he's like, well, are you a public company? And I said, we're an employment agency. And he's like, well, are you private or are you public? Because if you're public, I have a right to be in here and take pictures of you. Well, we're not a public company. We're open to the public. But he wouldn't leave. And then I called my boss, and he was like, call the police on that guy.
So are you a private business?
We're a private business, open to the public.
Do you get government subsidies?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's his thing.
No, I just talked to my boss, and she says, no, we're a private company that's open to the public, and we have the right
Absolutely.
to refuse service
Absolutely.
to anybody.
So, yes, I will tell him.
Government
I will tell him to stay out of your business.
Okay.
So there's a difference with public versus private, and if you are a private entity but yet receive. Just hear me out before you start doing your research. So,
Okay.
people just like to push the limits on this stuff, right? Where the laws are, where they can record, where they can be, where they think they have a right to be. If you're a private business, it's remember the old days, no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
You have the right to tell him business. If he doesn't want to leave, you can be formally trespassed, and if he comes back, he can be arrested.
Okay.
So I will tell him he has the right to walk around the parking lot. He can poke his head in the DOC office if he wishes until they get fed up with him and they deal with him.
Right.
But as far as coming in here, he's not allowed in here. So if he comes back in here, I will call again.
Yeah, because he made me feel really uncomfortable, and he would not answer any of my questions.
He doesn't answer mine either.
Yeah, he's just insisting, no, are you public? It's like, you need to leave. And then he didn't leave until I called, but then he waited for you guys to show
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mary 1 Longview, reopen. Go ahead. 2149.
So that's up to you guys. I mean, I know you've got a lot of discretion.
Okay, so yeah, you're free to walk around the parking lot. That, just so you know, that is a private business. So don't go inside. You can be trespassed for that. They don't want you in there. So feel free to walk around if
It's
you want.
a little confusing, but
Can I
then
finish
again,
my
I'm gonna
sentence,
do a
please?
request.
Can I finish my sentence,
Yeah,
please?
yeah.
Okay. So you can go to the DOC office if you want until you push the limits as to where you're not supposed to be. There are certain sections you're not allowed in. Are you just walking away?
Well, I don't need your directives. I know where I stand with this already. We've already been
Okay,
through this.
great. Then if you break the law, you know where you're going. Have a nice day.